Hey big dreamers! Jana Kingsford here, Chief Big Dreams Genie of the internet. If we've never met, I am so excited to meet you. It's a little windy today, so hopefully you guys can hear me, but oh my god, hashtag live vibes down below. But if you're watching the after party, hashtag after party. My name is Jana Kingsford, Chief Big Dreams Genie of the internet. I've literally made it my business to help you achieve your big dreams. And this is day one of Dream Bigger. I am on the back of a 6-figure weekend. Oh my God. And that was literally poetically, oh my God. And of course, on the same weekend and the days where I was celebrating hitting the million with a party. Oh my God. So hashtag after party or live vibes if you're ready to party live with me. And as always, oh, I feel like the wind just picked up. It's a whole vibe. As always, down below, I would love you to put your intention. In my world, you manifest everything that I say for you. So down below, I would love you to put down below, what would you love to receive from day one of Dream Bigger? And I'm gonna let you know my intention, which I'm super excited about. And your crystal clear intention, where you say, this is what I shall receive, will be what you receive from this call. So, my name is Jana Kingsford, Chief Big Dreams Genie of the internet. If we've never met, I'm so excited to meet you. Let me know your intention for this day one of Dream Bigger. Dream Bigger is a frequency, it's a vibration, it is a whole energetic situation. And I'm so excited to bring you into this vortex of just hitting the $1 million. Yay! And we had the celebration, and then we had a 6-figure weekend, and we are just about to crack best month ever and a whole lot of other incredible, amazing milestones. I have the most incredible Genie team that is here live. So anything that you need, they'll be helping you. Anything admin wise, they'll be helping you out. And I would love you to tag your internet best friend. We call them around here IBFs, that you feel like are in the world of, you've achieved big dreams and now you're trying to and wanting to and desiring to tune into the vibration of Dream Bigger. Because literally Dream Bigger is, for me, was this moment of just finding a vibration in the field that helps me move through sabotage. I had kind of maybe sorta was going to make a masterclass series about sabotage, and I thought, what a negative context to create a masterclass in. What about instead? I thought what I'll do instead is go, what is the antidote to sabotage? What is the way through? What is the way show? What is the pull through? Or what is the thing that makes you and has you move through sabotage? Is this vibration and this energy of Dream Bigger, because sabotage comes after you hit a big dream. And so you've achieved big dreams. You've achieved something and you're sabotaging yourself, and I'm going to give you codes even today in day one. I don't want to make you wait 5 days. I'm going to give you some codes that I've never shared anybody else. Like, nobody else knows this. These are new codes that I've thrown into the mix, and these are fresh from mind to market after just hitting the $1 million, having a 6-figure weekend, and I just want to give you all the juice. So your intention is everything here. Set your intentions down below, tag your internet best friends, let's make this the best live stream you've ever been to. Me, you, co-creating magic, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this sabotage once and for all. So if you're down, let me know. Once you've set your intention, I want you to let me know, what is your personal brand of sabotage? I would love to know. I feel like we all would love to know. This is not a competition to see who hasn't got more of their ish together, because I feel like the more that we are achieving our big dreams, the more that we're dreaming bigger, the more of our ish comes to the surface. And so really just like openly letting it out and moving through it and sharing it together, I feel like is so healing in and of itself. And this Dream Bigger series, the energy of it, because you would have known that I actually have multiple iterations and editions of the Dream Bigger situation. This one is the sabotage one. Dream Bigger, the Sabotage Edition. I'm going to give you all of the stories, all of the big dreams, and I'm going to break down every top 5 big dream that I've achieved. Beach house, $1 million business, 6-figure weekends, writing best-selling books, 6-figure months, all of these big dreams, and I'm going to walk you through the sabotage diaries of them. And I didn't want to call it sabotage, but we called it Dream Bigger because Dream Bigger is the vibration, the energy, and the whole energetic situation that's going to pull you through every single time. So, personal friends of Sabotage, intentions down below. Let me know if this was a surprise or you completely scheduled this into your diaries. I am honored either way and so excited to go on this 5-day journey for you. We've got 2 bonus days. All the branding says 3 days, so we're like, hey, it's 3 days with bonus 2. I'm so excited to see you guys here. I'm gonna look on my computer because I cannot see any comments, which is great probably for me because I am super focused and I am ready to absolutely blow your mind. So once you've done all of the things that I just said and you're ready to have your mind blown, let's get this going. I'm so excited. I have such a good feeling about this. It's going to be amazing. Who is having their first experience with me today? Or who is having their 50 millionth? First or 50 millionth? Let us know. I have to go over here and probably by the time I go here, I'm literally probably going to be like, ah, when I'm on here. You know when you open yourself up and you're like, quick, be quiet. Oh my God, look at all the amazing faces. Probably gonna be looking yourself up and you're like, see what I mean? That's exactly what I was saying. So many first timers. I would love our OG 50 millionths and our first to come together, help each other out, love on each other. I'm obsessed with you. This is going to be the most amazing live stream you've ever been to in your life. We are going to do live subconscious reprogramming. We are going to give you and drop in about 4 codes, 3 to 4 codes around sabotage. The stories that this one is based on is the $1 million party and the 6-figure weekend. That's the story and the codes that come from that. And just to give you a lowdown and the whole situation of where we're going with this, next week we begin Big Dreams Bootcamp. It's 111 days. I would love my Genie team to put the link in there. If you want to join while we're live, that's the total vibe. Big Dreams Bootcamp is 111 days and it goes through all of 7 stages of big dreams, sabotage being one. So I'm assuming you've achieved your big dreams and now you have the next big dream, but a lot of us get stuck at this point. A lot of us get stuck at the sabotage and the dream bigger stages, which is stage 6 and 7, and we'll get more into that as we go on. I don't want to overwhelm you guys right now. I just want you to be present right here with me and each other here. And I want to walk you through the sabotage, which is the 6th stage of big dreams. And so once you've achieved your big dreams, you're going through the sabotage. The Big Dreams Bootcamp is for that next big dream that you get energetically connected to. So that's what we're doing. All right, look at all the incredible people. So we're going to Big Dreams Bootcamp next week. Big Dreams Bootcamp begins. It's 111 day. You have all the emails, all the videos are pre-recorded. I start us off with an 11-day Kickstarter live round, and then the rest is up to you. I am journeying with you and going on the pilgrimage with your big dream together. So let's do this. Oh my God. Tag your internet best friends. Shona's tagged her in IVFs. Let's get this party started, you guys. Oh my goodness me, I'm so excited. Okay, I love you guys. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So many beautiful faces. If you are in my world already, let us know what you're doing. If you're in the Dreamspo Club, which is my all access pass, Genie team will put the link to that. Dreamspo Club gives you access to Big Dreams Bootcamp, Creator Mind, every single one of my courses. Figure 7 is my mastermind, the one-to-one mastermind for aligning to your 7-figure business. It's the best. We have women in there doing 100K months and like freaking 30K days and 40K months and 10K months. It's all different levels of badassery in there. I'm so excited. Oh, and one of our Figure 7ers just got accepted for a freaking TED Talk, so this is happening. All right, let's get this party started. Big Dreams Bootcamp is life. Mindy loves Big Dreams Bootcamp. What is your favorite course if you're already in? I am so excited for this. I like a good quest. Oh my God, Sandra is here. So intentions, once you have done your intention, you might learn pretty quickly in my world. you got to work for it. It's not a sit here, watch me be pretty and with beautiful backgrounds. And P.S. is this pink or purple? The jury is still out. And down below, tag your internet best friends, let me know your intention, and tell me your personal brand of sabotage, and let's get this party started. Once you've done all those 3 things, we are ready to go. We are locked and loaded. You got to work for it. It's like workshopping, right? It's not just sit here, watch me be pretty. I'm coming for figure 7 this year. That's my intention. TED speaker, yes. Kiona, oh my god, Kiona's here. She's in the Dreams Pro Club. It's a whole thing. My sabotage is resisting selling or doing anything with my business. Even though I love my work, I'm so scared to offer it. Oh my god, this is so perfect. I love that you noticed and recognized that. This is actually stock standard sabotage. Kiara just joined figure 7 yesterday while I was sitting watching the sunrise over there. Oh my god, and of course. And if you want to buy something really little, oh my god, and of course, is next Monday. It's $111. And during Dream Bigger, just quietly but very loud, we're putting all of my workshops down to $111. So, oh my god, and of course, $111, 90-minute live workshop. But there's some already done. Live Vibes, $111. Message Me, $111. The Convergence Workshop, How to Name Your Coaching Programs, $111. All of my workshops, $111. Hook us up, let us know which one you want, and we'll get into it. Sabotage is my in and out energy. Oh, so good. I'm not sure about my personal brand of sabotage. Oh, perfect. This will be good. We'll be able to figure it. Michelle's like, it's pink. Okay. I'm not good enough. Is it? That's perfect. Okay. All right, let's begin. So, I'm so excited. All the people are here. Okay. Oh my god. I have so much to get through. Let's get this thing going. Okay, what I want to do is let's start the first situation. I would love you to tell me down below all of the features, all of the ways that you see your future self. We're going to go super duper basic, but I want to just get stuck into this with you. I would love you to let me know your future self equals. Let's write like future self equals down below. And I want you to tell me all the elements of your future self. Does her hair change? Is her hair different? Does she talk different? What is your future self? What are some of the characteristics and qualities? And what else? And what does she wear? Where does she live? I want you to tell me about your future self. I want you to tell me all about her. Future self equals relaxed. Oh, this is good. What else? Tell me all the things. Future self is motivated. Future self is consistent. Future self is comfortable. Future self is brave. Future self, yes. Oh my god, bring it on. Let's go. We're going somewhere that you don't know that we're going. Trust me. Should never say trust me. It's like the biggest thing is just like, I'm not going to trust you. Why would you say trust me? Future self equals a badass. Yes. Future self equals financial freedom. Future self equals healed. Future self equals lives near the rainforest. Future self equals sexy. Future self equals relaxed. Future self is nurturing and loving to her family and her community. All these are good. Rich as fuck. Confident. Content. Happy. Healthy. Wealthy. Confident. Lives in the sun. Beach house owner. Oh, I love it. 2 weeks exploring. 2 weeks every month. Oh, 2 weeks facility. Oh, I like that. Balance, Jonah. Epic month. Future self is an epic mum. Relaxed. Rested. Brave. Confident and lives near the water. Fit and healthy. Multiple 7-figure entrepreneur. Bring it on. All right, as you guys are doing that, I'm going to move over here because the sun is just... Before it was cloudy and we were totally fine, and now it is not cloudy and we are not totally fine. So continue with the future self. This is the first code of day 1. Code 1, day 1. Gonna blow your mind. Let's do this. Oh, look at us go. Welcome to the Jana Kingsford party, where we move around and it's all sorts of action happens on a live stream. Oh, golly gosh. Okay, oh my God, you guys are understanding the assignment. Yes, you are. I love it. I'm obsessed with you guys already. Okay. All right. So, we're gonna do a little bit of a situation. I need to close this door. Who is ready to close their eyes for just a minute and do a little bit of a medi with me, a little bit of a visualization? Let me know if you're ready, and I also want you to know that even if there is chaos around you, you can still do this. It doesn't need to be perfect conditions. It's just gonna be, we close down our eyes for just a little bit and we connect in. If you are ready to do that, let me know just by letting me say ready. Mindy is ready. Oh, Jessica is ready. It's gonna be amazing. If we hear noises or all the things, that is totally beautiful, totally always fine. One of the things that I love to do is like, your visualizations should be things that you can do as you're washing dishes or as you're walking, or just things that you can float on your awareness. This is going to give you an anchor point. Trisha is here. Hi, Trisha. Katie is ready. Michelle is ready. Pamela is ready. Shona is ready. Jessica is ready. Let's do this. Trisha is ready. My husband is doing all sorts of things. He doesn't know we are ready. I don't know what he's doing downstairs. Who cares? Kiona! Ah! Okay. I want you to rub your hands together. Just really rub your hands together. And we're going to take a couple deep breaths in whichever way you want to do it. One deep breath. Move your body around if it feels really good for you. I want you to put yourself into time and space. Looking in on Earth from as far away as you feel possible. Take another breath. And now we're going to zoom back in, and we're going to zoom all the way to yourself who has achieved your biggest dream that you have right now, whether that is $1 million business, 6-figure weekends, doing what you love for a living. We're gonna go and zoom in and find her. Find her somewhere in the world. We're getting closer. We're moving closer. And now you spot her somewhere. I want you to feel yourself floating closer and closer. She doesn't notice you yet, but just have a look at what she has created. What has your future self created? Have a look around. This is you with your big dream. Notice what you're wearing. Notice your energy. Notice your vibration. Notice your location. Now I want to come closer and closer until your future self, who has achieved her big dream, She sees you there. You were initially so excited to meet your future self. You look at her and you're just in awe. What do you feel? Do you feel like you're in the presence of greatness? Do you feel like, oh my God, look at you. You're incredible. Who even am I? And as you go closer, she hugs you and she breaks down crying. Your future self hugs you and is sobbing. And she starts crying and sobbing and saying, thank you, thank you. Look what you've created for me. Look what you made. You did this. You created everything that I get to live in now. She squeezes you, she cries, and she sobs. And you're holding her in such awe of your future self. And then you realize she is just the beneficiary of what you built for her. She just gets to live in what you made. She is the beneficiary. You did this. And she falls to her knees in gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness and in wonderment. I want you to really take in this moment of how incredibly blessed she is to be in your presence. Your now self, your present self, completely idolized and revered by your future self. Take a moment to drink this in. You hug her and you sit with her. You rock back and forth as you hug. And you have a moment. And in amongst all the chaos and the crying, you ask her, you ask your future self, how did I do this? How did this happen? And I'm going to give you 20 seconds with her for her to tell you. Your future self tells your present self what she did. She's going to tell you 3 things. Remember them. Give her one last embrace. And as you embrace her, feel yourself dissolving through time and space, all the way back to this present moment. And when you feel ready, as soon as you can, put into the comments everything that she told you and how that felt to flip around forever how you see your future self. This is how we dream bigger. We realize that we've created everything we live in now. We are just a beneficiary of our past self. And every big dream that we go for and grow for, our future self is the beneficiary. She's just the beneficiary. You, right now, today, are the creator of every piece every single thing you get to experience, you, right now, as you are. No idealistic version of you. You, as you are, create everything that your future self gets to live in. It'll flip around your beliefs and your beingness forever. I want to hear what your future self said of how you did this. And then after you have remembered and recollected the 3 things that she shared, I would love you to share your experience of shifting your perception of your future self and realizing that she is the beneficiary of your big dreaming self today. Everything you do today, everything that you create here, that is why she falls to the floor in gratitude, appreciation, and a puddle of tears to see you there. She knows what you went through to create this for her. She gets to watch the sunrise over a beach house and just think back to her past self and be so in awe, so grateful, in wonderment of how she did it. How did she move through that? How did she show up when it wasn't working? How did she navigate that sabotage? How did she keep on dreaming bigger? How did she set those big dreams when all the conditions and all the circumstances around her looked nothing like what she was dreaming? You're just in pure awe of her. I'm going to read what you guys have said. I'm so excited. I love that so much because this is where I am. I sit here and I watch the sunrise and I'm just so grateful for my past self. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she did it when it wasn't working and she showed up and she put a smile on her face and she showed up, rain, hail or shine, when it wasn't working, when all the conditions and all of the circumstances around her looked nothing like her big dreams that she had in her mind. Her reality did not reflect a single piece of it. She just knew in her soul. I still look back at her now and I'm in awe and I don't know how. I don't know how she did it. The things that she overcame. My future self, me, I'm not a better version of her. She created this for me. I get to be the beneficiary. And so I get to live in such deep gratitude and appreciation that I created this. But I no longer idolize my future self like I one day did. I used to look at my future self, she'd have great hair and great outfits, which I do. But she was like, I would see my future self as a better version of me and my current version not capable of achieving my big dreams. And it's completely the opposite. It's completely the opposite. Your big dreams create the character capable of holding this, capable of moving through the sabotage. So you do create the character capable of holding the next big dreams. You do embody the codes that you learn along the way to these big dreams. But she is not better. She has just been created. She's gone through the roller coaster of resistance. She has slayed through the sabotage. She has showed up, rain, hail, or shine through sabotage, and she's created herself. She's not a better, more idealistic version of you. You created every single piece of her. Remember that. Never forget it. I'm so excited to hear what she said. That's such a shift. Do you guys feel the shift of this? Because in the personal development world, I've been doing this work for 16 years. It's a very big piece that we're like, future self, meditation. And I'm like, dude, my future self falls to the floor in gratitude and she's a ball of bloody mush. Like, how did you do this for me? What happened? The only thing is, she has the foresight. She has the memories. She knows how I did it. I'm looking at her going, oh my God, look what you, oh my God, who even am I? Look at my beautiful dress and my beach house and my hat and my cuteness. And meanwhile, I'm crying every time I think of my past self because I'm just like, Oh my God, you're incredible. How did you do this? I don't even know if I'd have the strength now to do what I did. So she is fully me. Oh my gosh. Crystal says, I'm so grateful for her. She is not better than me. Yes, Brooke Adams, my mum called, so I have going to come back and go back and watch this. Yeah, it's a really great idea to go back and watch. Patty, she stayed connected to her communities. She served and shared from her heart and soul, and she trusted her truth. I love that so much. That was such a shift. You're the powerful version of you that, oh my gosh, where is it? Yeah! Creates your future self. Exactly. Jade says, yes, it's the fusion of all the versions of us. We are already her. We are already her. We are already her. Yes. Denise said, she told me it was time to live the life you've dreamed of. You've always seen it, believed it, visualized it, and now it is time. You never gave up on yourself, on Mindy, on Margie, on Patrick, on your heart and your intuition. Now it's time to dream. Now is love. Yes. I'm here late, but here. I'm happy that you're here. Katie's like, this is so good. I agree. Do you guys agree? Tag your internet best friends if you feel like they need to be here for this moment in time in the history of the internet, where we are just flipping self-development on its head, and no longer are we going for our future self. We are honoring our present self and the power we have right here in this moment. This is how we dream bigger, as we realize how big we already are. Ugh, I feel that. Oh my gosh, it felt like becoming the me I am fantasizing. Yes, yes. Shifting from seeing her as a superhero to being the superhero. This is such a shift, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so happy you guys get to experience this together and with each other and with your internet besties, your IVFs, internet best friends. I love her. She said, you believed in all of this, her current life. Yes. Rebecca says, trust yourself, go for it, believe it is possible. Ah! Kiona said, she told me to believe in the ideas, to speak straight from my heart, to simply trust that it will work out. Oh my gosh. Jessica said, she told me I created it by being brave, never giving up, and always leading with love. These are your gold. This is the gold that will move you through. She is the beneficiary of what I do today. This is such a shift, right? She is the beneficiary. She is not better than you. She will fall to the floor in awe of you, your future self. All this time we've been getting it back to front. Let me tell you, just celebrating my $1 million weekend. $1 million weekend. I'm here for that. $1 million party and having a 6-figure weekend. I was just sitting there going, oh my God, I'm so grateful for my past self. I'm not going, oh, my future self is so amazing. I'm just like, I love my past self. She created this. Thank you. Hannon says, keep showing. Hi, Hannon, by the way. I haven't seen you for ages. Keep showing up, have fun, and tell people about your vision and the work you do. Yes. Pamela said she was peaceful and happy and stopped worrying about everything and trusted in herself. Oh my gosh. Trisha said she told me, become all of me. Not that I've been lying, but that I've just been inhabiting a small part of me rather than all of me. I fiercely protected my time. And 3, I knew it was inevitable. Yes, that was beautiful. She said, I was fully myself. I went for it and I loved every moment. You guys, this is your success clues. She stopped letting excuses or ideas that we can't have it or we can't do hold her back from doing it. Oh my God, keep going, dream bigger, reach further. Oh my gosh. She was so flowy, peaceful, happy. She wrote down what she wanted to do and she followed through and did it. Oh my God, that feeling of power, right? Fill yourself up and pass it on from the overflow, showing her all the tears. Okay. If I missed any, I love you. I love you. I see you. And this is amazing. I'm so grateful for you being here. I'm feeling this shift so freaking deeply. I'm crying. This is so beautiful. The power of now. Ingrid, you're a beautiful inspiration. Yes. She gives me gratitude. I look back at the move that I made to work with Melanie. I'm like, oh my God, that was the past self that did me that. Not the future self. That was my present self that did that. This is so beautiful, you guys. Tagging all your IVFs makes me so happy. That was our first code. First code is complete. How do we feel? Are we ready for the next code? Ready for code number 2? I'm just gonna load you up. I literally could, like most people, just be like, okay, that's enough now. We're complete. We're done. And no, we got more. I got more. We got more eggs in this basket. That was just a little bit of a trip down future lane to see your future self and realize she's frothing over you. Your future self will be frothing over your present self. So make her proud. Okay. Let me talk to you about Dream Bigger and give you this code from recently. So I hit the million. I have done 1,000,000 in 12 months before. I celebrated that last year, but it was not in a financial year. And this year, in July, I celebrated 1,000,000 in a financial year. So it felt really significant. It felt very recognized. It felt very big. And then it was like, okay, now what? So the thing with sabotage is sabotage comes after you've celebrated achieving a big dream. So Dream Bigger is about, this round is about walking ourselves through sabotage. And there's a few things that happen through the energy of sabotage. I'm so excited to share this. I'm like, ah! I've never shared this anyway before. I mean, probably in some sort of way, but never in this way. This is so fresh, so new, never been said, never been told before anywhere on the internet. So part of my Big Dreams Bootcamp, it's 111 days. It's full, like there is every single stage of your big dreams that you have somebody holding your hand, aka me, because I get it. I've been achieving big dreams for 16 years and I've been coaching women for them for 9. I've been working with women on their big dreams and walking them through the stages and recognizing and realizing there is stages of big dreams. And I just so happened to channel in 2014 the 7 stages of big dreams and really realized there was actually something spiritually and energetically going on as we create the character capable of holding these big dreams we have. And there's these 7 stages. So I'm going to say them out loud now so that you can kind of get orientated of where we are with sabotage. So write these down below. Stage number 1, and we walk through these. This is just part 1 of Big Dreams Bootcamp, is the 7 stages and walking you through each of the stages and giving you the navigational tools so you know where you are. You've got the GPS so you don't feel lost along your big dreams anymore. You feel like, oh, I got the guideposts. This is you can come to me and you can be like, oh my God, Jana, this is happening. I'm like, okay, I know, I got you. We do this, 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 and this, and this. There is a piece for it all because I've achieved all of these big dreams, and every single time I get a code that I lock in and I layer into my Big Dreams Bootcamp. It is also my book, but Big Dreams Bootcamp is the interactive version, and the book is not coming out until 2023, but you can be in Big Dreams Bootcamp and do it along with me. So I might pull the link to Big Dreams Bootcamp if you want to join us, because that's where we're going with this. I'm not backwards and coming forwards of where we're going. This is all free. But if you want to come and do more with me and get started straight away, there's a 111-day bootcamp that you can come and do together, and it's going to be a whole energetic situation. 111-day bootcamp to achieve your big dreams, online and otherwise, and then we dream bigger, and we go through these 7 stages. So stage number 1 is big dreams. Hashtag dark, I know. But stage number 1 is setting of the big dream. And this is not what this Dream Bigger, this is not what we're going to cover. We cover that in Big Dreams Bootcamp. But stage 1 is setting the big dream. Stage 2 is belief. This is where you have and realize this big dream that you just set is rubbing up against a constrictive core belief. So say, for example, you have a big dream to achieve $1 million business. How about we play a game of tell me your big dreams down below? Tell me your big dreams down below. My big dream was for this one to achieve $1 million business. And so I did that. But there was a big belief that came up for me around this. And it was really the whole entire journey of my big dreams journey was coming up and bumping up against this big dream. And so the big dream that I had was $1 million business. So that set the big dream, set my mind, go on a quest, which I did. The second thing is the belief. So the belief that I bumped up against the most is deservedness. So the biggest belief, the biggest constrictive core belief that I had around this $1 million big dream was deservedness. So you'll find there's a constrictive core belief, and in Big Dreams Bootcamp we walk all through that. Then you got stage 3, And stage 3 is action, where you just have this unbridled, uninhibited, liberated action that you take. And this is what I walk my clients through. All of my clients know what I'm talking about, because I'm like, we're in this stage, we're in that stage, this is what we do. So I'm just walking you through the stages. Stage 3 is action. Write that down below. So just so you're like following along at home, so you know where I'm going, you know what I'm doing. Obviously we don't do a whole 111-day course in one call, but I just want to get you orientated of where we are. So stage 4 is resistance. Hello resistance, who has ever been in resistance before? AKA every single one of you, I know for sure. We're in resistance most of the time on the way to our big dreams. So I would say I was in resistance for about 3 years on the way to my $1 million dream. It's fear made manifest now. It's a process of really moving through and moving through your resistance every single day and showing up rain, hail or shine, regardless of the fears that are showing up, and having these tools and this way through each and every single day, despite the resistance that absolutely is creating the fitness so that you can hold the big dream that you're asking for. So you can hold the $1 million business and not blow your life up. You can hold the $1 million business and hold it with grace. You can hold the $1 million business and the hate that may come along with that. You're able to hold it, you're able to transmute it, and you're able to enjoy your big dream because you're physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually fit, because you've gone through resistance. So it has a purpose. It's on purpose, the resistance. That's stage 4. Stage 5 is congratulations. You've lived through the resistance. You've raised it yourself into alignment. You've used the big dream as a point of alignment, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, all riding into this big dream. And congratulations. Like on the weekend, we celebrated the $1 million dream, achieving it, the celebrations. But I actually celebrated it 3 weeks ago. So I hit the sabotage after that, which is stage 6. So stage 5 is the celebration, which I had 3 weeks ago, and then I hit sabotage instantly. Just so happens that I am the master of navigating sabotage, because I have Big Dreams Bootcamp, so I can Big Dreams Bootcamp myself through sabotage and not let it take me out of the game for months and months and months on end. So celebrate, $1 million was amazing. Melanie calls me instantly. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. Calls me instantly. We do plan the proper celebration with the champagne and everything, but she couldn't help herself. I couldn't help myself. She literally just called me as soon as she saw my post. She's like, oh my God, it's happened. I'm like, I know. I instantly go into stage 6, which is sabotage. So I learnt so much, so many more codes around sabotage this round. So that's stage 6. And then we go into stage, after the sabotage, we go into stage 7, which is dream bigger. It's a vibration, it is a frequency, and it's a whole energetic situation. Dream bigger. So now you guys are orientated. Do you know where we are? So in sabotage, we're in stage 6, and then we're in stage 7 for dream bigger. So is everybody orientated? Let me know. I just wanted to give you a debrief of the 7 stages that we did dive into and really in depth in Big Dreams Bootcamp, but I needed to give you a bit of an overview so we can make this make sense. Guys, getting it? You're up to speed? You know what's happening? Okay. Whew. I feel like there's so much to get through and on before we can make this make sense. Okay. Crystal, yes, big dreams, belief, action, resistance, celebration, sabotage, dream bigger. Does that feel like that fits into the framework of every single big dream? You can look and you can recollect and be like, so what I'm talking to here is what do we do in this sabotage? And that's why I called it dream bigger, because dream bigger is the way through to pull you through stage 6 and into stage 7, which is dream bigger. So good. Yes, you guys getting it. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so happy. Big dream is $1 million business and ease and joy. Yes. Become a $1 million motivational speaker that helps domestic abuse survivors and single parents in particular. That is amazing. Denise big dream this month was $31,000. $1 million business from ease and flow. Okay. It shifts me so much into gratitude. I'm so happy. Okay. So here we are deep in sabotage. What is the biggest feeling when you're in sabotage after achieving a big dream or even a big month? So we can make this big, or we can actually go your biggest month and then you go into sabotage, your biggest day and then you go into sabotage. So it works in the micro. So at any given time, we are sometimes in sabotage for one big dream or another. So if we look at that, so for me, I was in sabotage for the big dream, and I always learn something beautiful in sabotage. But what happens mostly when we are in the sabotage after achieving best month ever is your immediate instinct, intuition, motivation, inspiration to dream bigger? Or is it to, I don't want to do that again? Or I don't know if I can handle more. I don't know if I can do it bigger. Is that the instinct, intuition, immediate thought when you're in sabotage? What is the overarching, when you're in sabotage, what happens to you around the next big dream? And do you feel like after you've done it, does it lose steam? Does it lose desire? Does it lose energy, inspiration when you're at that like sabotage point? Because if we do get to that point of sabotage and we go, what would be the next big dream from what I've just created? This is the sticky point, because generally we are fresh out of energy and we're like, I don't know if I want to dream bigger. I told myself I don't matter and I quit. That is very common. I get burnt out and celebrate too early. Oh my God, Big Dreams Bootcamp would be perfect for you, because there's a thing that we do for that. Big Dreams is to re-educate the world about menstrual cycle, as much as most have so much to learn about our cycles help us heal. I love that. I'm in stage 3 right now, so expanding to know these are just stages and normal things even you go through. Of course I do. Yes. I love that you feel that. It loses steam. I go in and out of energy and my beliefs drop, but I still have such big dreams and I get frustrated at myself. Yep. I hide and I shrink. This is why I was asking, what's your personal brand of sabotage? So could you imagine, or in your sabotage of a big dream, best month, best week ever, setting not only the big dream again, but it's like bigger, it's dream bigger. So one of the things that happens to us in sabotage is, oh my God, I feel like we need like drum roll. Resistance is really working through fears of success. And then we achieve the big dream. And in sabotage, something massive happens. We are working with the self. Sabotage is literally all about the self. It's self. It's self-identity. It's self-worth. It's self and your sense of self in your success that you've created. It's like, did I see myself as someone who could do this? And now I've done this. Does my identity match? And this is stuff that we dive in deep with Big Dreams Bootcamp. So I want to give you the story. So #storytime. I want to give you the story of my breakthrough around this part of the whole thing. That's why sabotage is a sacred journey. It's a sacred part of growth as an entrepreneur, because regulars call it change. You've changed. Entrepreneurs call it you've grown. It's like, you can see the difference, right? And so when we're in sabotage, we are really working with the self, and that can be some of the most full-on beliefs that we've got to work through. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little exercise which can be a little heavy. So if you feel like it's a little too traumatizing and you're not well versed in personal development and you haven't done this work enough that you feel like this is just going to open a can of worms that you don't have tools and resources to handle, I would totally recommend that you don't do this process. What we're going to do is we're going to write our names, and then we're going to put equals, and we're going to put the limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves. Because I want to walk you through this with you. As I tell you the story time, I want to walk you through this with you and just get you to feel in real time what this actually means. So it is the most hardcore work that I do around Beliefetics. So we're going to go into my Beliefetics practice. So if you're ready to do the Beliefetics practice, and at any time you feel like it's getting too deep, too nasty, too inside of your soul, I want you to just stop and really take self-responsibility for your own practice. But this is for the people that are well versed with the inner work and want to just get that little bit, something a little extra, and you are well versed with going into the shadows, because to go into the shadows means we get all the sunshine, Bring on the hardcore. Mindy's totally down. Name equals limiting belief. There we go. The Dream Spray Genie team. So if you already know Beliefetics, you know what I'm about to say. So Mindy is a figure sevener, so she knows exactly what to do. You write your name and then you put equals, and we're going to do the first round. We are going to put our negative beliefs around ourselves. And this is hardcore, and it hurts, and it's a little bit spicy, and it's a bit crunchy, and it might hurt. And if you are not well versed in inner work and shadow work, please just don't do it. And if you are doing it and feel like you're going a little too deep, then just pull back and you can be a little bit more surface level. You've just got to know yourself. This is all. I'm not working with women that are brand spanking new to this stuff. Like, you've been around the block of the inner work, so you've done your work. So we're just going to take it to the next level. This is about dream bigger. This is you've achieved big dreams and now we dream bigger. And this is that little sweet spot of like, okay, I created $1 million business, now what? I created a 6-figure business, now what? I've done 6-figure months, now what? I've done 10K months and now I want to triple it, now what? All right, we've got this. Okay, so I want you to go deep, and this is not a competition to see who has their most ish together. This is always like, let's just lay our cards on the table. And in this moment, the healing of the neutrality of seeing, oh my God, we have these beliefs. I will go a little bit with you. So as a facilitator, I like to be nice and surface level as for myself, because if I start to go deep into it, then I'm not able to facilitate properly. So I would love to just go like down and dirty with you with the beliefs, but then if I do, I drop out a facilitator and I'm in the work with you. And it's a little harder to hold space when I'm in that space. But just let me know, like, just so you know, those beliefs that you're putting do not surprise me. And they're very much, I'm like, I recognize that. I feel ya. I know that. So if you're just joining us, just see what we're all doing. It's pretty hardcore. But if you're ready to do the work, we do the work. Like, I'm all sunshines, rainbows, lollipops. And I also know that sunshine also has the darkness. And lollipops are boiled under boiling hot water to be made. And rainbows comes after storms. So every piece of rainbows, yes. Life is rainbows, lollipops, sunshine, and butterflies. Butterflies are a caterpillar, and they go through a chrysalis to become a butterfly. So just recognizing the beauty of a butterfly means we recognize the beauty of the metamorphosis. It goes without saying. A rainbow is because of a storm. A lollipop is because of boiling water. Sunshine is because of the darkness. It goes hand in hand, and it goes without saying. All right, let's bring it on. I love these. I'm not going to actually say your names with them because, you know, it would keep it nice and you don't need to hear your name said with the things that you're saying. But we've got like too lazy, wrong, can't do this, will be alone forever, not sure what she wants, weak, can't do this, can't be loved. Fear of being seen by old friends, not new ones, never satisfied, not lovable. I love it. Let's go. You guys are going hardcore and deep. You guys know what you're doing. We've come here to dream bigger. Always asking for more. Wants too much. Failure. Not lovable. My own worst enemy. My second rate. I'm second rate. Way too big. Stuck in fear. Never flows through. Not good enough. No follow through. Financial sabotage. Weak. Irresponsible. There is just even healing hearing each other say this. We are actually healing. So I'm going to just turn this up so we can really like experience that like healing of us sharing together. And we have high level women in the house that are doing next level financial wins, business wins. And for us to come together and realize like we are all working with the same negative limiting beliefs. It's just which one do you choose to feed? Not realistic, selfish, afraid of judgment, weak body, shit mother, unsupported, never going to get there, too emotional. You guys are getting deep and I love it. Not respected, too emotional. You always drop the ball. I'm so proud of the way you guys are just like going for it, going all in. Will they still love me as I grow? Distracted, crazy, human is too weak, not even a grown-up woman at 44. That's a good one. Not motivated, can't live up to expectations, unreliable, pretty ugly. Have to do it on my own, self-absorbed, worst mom ever. So what I want you to do, when you feel, I'm gonna actually give you 10 seconds of like just go all in. Okay. I want you to highlight the one, write the one that makes you feel like supercharged, and put the emoji. I like to do this to find the emoji. It's a representation of the emotion that this one brings up. It just really shows that we're really paying attention to the emotions that are coming up with this, the emotional charge that this belief has on us. So once I start to see the emojis next to them, I know that you've got the one that's the supercharged. And this is my process that I call Beliefetics. In the Dreams Boat Club, you can come and do it. In Big Dreams Bootcamp, we do a whole module on this Beliefetics. It's a sacred practice. I have been doing it since 2013. So if you do use it ever, I would love you to reference me, but obviously not teaching it to clients and things like that. I do have a facilitation for that. I love to give it freely because I really trust my community of big dreamers that you will hold it with its sacredness and do this subconscious reprogramming, really understanding and knowing how special it is to me and how many years I've spent facilitating this. So I appreciate you. Okay, we've got the emojis happening. Perfect. Okay, before we start to flip these around, I would love you to put down below, I now release these beliefs. I decide, I declare, and I decree that these beliefs and feelings and associations be dissolved. Really state that with intention. State that with a knowing. And you might notice that I'm not arguing with your beliefs. I'm not telling you, you do matter. We can just let them be. Because the second that you say, I do matter, stop comparing yourself. We are negating our own feelings. And we're saying to ourselves, that is, like, you can just flip it around and we can argue with it. Versus, what if it's safe to release these beliefs and let them be? They are not wrong, they are not right. They just don't feel good. So I choose to release these beliefs. I now release these beliefs. I decide, I decree and declare that these beliefs are now dissolved. Your statement, your intention with your statement is everything. So when you are ready, I want you to write your name equals and everything the opposite of what you just wrote. Not to argue it, not in spite of, just because two truths can always be true. It just depends which one you decide to live by and that you feel that feels good for you. So I would love you to write the opposites with the same energy. And so what you'll find is there's an intensity. There's so much beauty in the intensity of our beliefs around ourselves. And as we flip these around, I want you to harness the alchemy of this. This is an alchemization. Without the intensity, we cannot alchemize. So we can really feel into this emotional charge and know that with the power of our thought and our intention, we can alchemize these feelings of sadness and bring them into love. We can alchemize these feelings of frustration and bring these into enthusiasm. We can alchemize these feelings of anger and alchemize them into enlightenment. We can raise them up the vibrational scale. We can alchemize them just by putting these ones in. Perfect the way I am. So seen. Badass bitch. Yes. I love this. We have to do this before we do this next part. And so I'm so happy. It's almost like you're experiencing this with me. So I'm super excited. So much magic and such a catalyst. Yes. A world changer. Her wisdom is everything. A boss. You're a boss, bitch. Boss. CEO. Absolutely perfect in every way. Safe, healthy, around money. Boss mom. Loved, cherished, and honored. Good enough. 7-figure mom. Loved. Yes. awesome. You are unstoppable, wise, all the things. Yes, you are. Successful, transformer, magical, held, and finds it easy to receive. Okay, I'm going to turn the music up, and I'm going to give you a moment with these beliefs. These are so beautiful. You're brave. Okay. Same as we did before. I would love you to state the ones that feel the most supercharged for you. And then I'm going to go into what this does. State the ones that are most supercharged, and as we did before, put the emoji to represent the emotion next to it. I want to see the ones that you really felt. God in a body, I love that. Expert at what I do. Healed right now, can change. Proud. Can hold it all. Love, loved. If you're just joining us, play along at home. Just writing your name equals and then all of the positive beliefs that you can think of and feel into, because it's about to really help us with an exercise and a code that I literally have just downloaded from achieving the $1 million year and having a 6-figure weekend. It's a whole thing. It's a whole situation. We just had 3 figure seveners sign up in 5 days, and we have another 3 spaces open, and then we will be on a wait list. The mountain that holds those that need it. Oh my gosh, free to be, consistent. Okay. Woo! I feel like we need some drum rolls, please. Drum rolls, please. Oh my goodness me. Okay. Patty, proud, pleasure, princess, worthy, incredible, strong. You guys, can you feel the shift? I would love you to state, like, really let me know how this feels. Like, in a matter of a couple of minutes, we just really brought to the surface all these things that were there, all the residue, it was there, and we were living by that. If we're not actually highlighting it and choosing which one resonates most with us, then we are living and doing and dreaming from that space. We actually, bringing this to the surface, and that's what sabotage does. That's why sabotage hurts so good, because it's bringing all these beliefs about the self, all of these negative beliefs about ourselves to the surface, and we can either flip them around and have them in here, or we can just live by those. So what happens when we achieve a big dream? Something happens. A code is unlocked when you achieve a big dream. There is a certain moment when you do start to achieve a big dream, and I'm going to give you my specific example, and it may resonate or it might relate or it might not be where you're at right now. But what happens in sabotage is we are going through a transformation of self, and there's this one code that I have locked in that I locked in self-talk. And we talk about this in Big Dreams Bootcamp. We move through it, and there's some spirals that we do to really elevate our self-talk. We have locked in self-identity, and there's specific practices and processes that we do to recalibrate our self-identity to the new big dream that we've achieved. There is self-belief that we create, the belief that this big dream now rubs up against and has contradicted, and now we get to believe something else. So as I said, it's self. And this code unlocked, and I am so excited. Okay, drum rolls all around. Yes, okay. The biggest thing that happens to us when we're in sabotage is we lose motivation, either externally or internally. So externally, we get sick, right? Which is like, cool, because I'm not motivated anyway. Or externally, we have a situation that holds us back from showing up as much as we usually would. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So if you get the sabotage flu, it's like, oh my God, I got the sabotage flu, but it's like, thank God. In a way, but it's not, but it is. We often get something external. And most of our big dreams are born from need. There is an element of need at the beginnings of most big dreams. There's an element of external motivation. Would you say? So would you say that is correct? Like to make a certain amount to cover your expenses, it's external motivation. To make a certain amount to invest in your dream mentor, it's external motivation. It's outside of yourself. So a lot of times in sabotage, there is external conditions that happen. And if you look at it, well sabotage, if it's about self, what's happening here? To survive 100%. So, in sabotage, which is energetic acclimation to your new altitude, we are finding the next level of self-motivation. Have you ever really thought about that word? Self-motivation. I no longer need. It's all from my self-motivation. When you achieve the 7 figures, $1 million business, there is no need. It's all overflow and excess. There's no need. So how do you move forward when there's no longer need? You may be 40 years old and have lived most of your life from need. So then you achieve a big dream and the need disappears. What do? You sabotage it until you need again, because you don't know how to move forward from self-motivation. There is no motivation from self. You are 40 years old and primarily, historically, constantly motivated from need. You only move from need. So you sabotage it so that you are back to the state you're familiar with need. Is this landing? Is this resonating? Do you feel what I'm feeling? Do you feel what I'm putting down? Going from 7 to 8 figures, this was a reclamation for me. When there is absolutely no need. But then, if we are to stay still, we will get to a place where need returns. And then we back to external motivation, not self-motivation. Self-motivation means I move when I don't need to move. Self-motivation means I dream beyond my dreams. Self-motivation is I have everything that I need, and now I'm dreaming more. And in sabotage, you have a crossroads. Do we walk back down the hill that we just spent the whole Big Dreams pilgrimage climbing? Because we can't operate from anything other than need. So we walk back down the hill and get to a place of need again, of needing to cover expenses or needing to manifest this amount so that we can live there, or needing to manifest the amount of money to have the beach house, versus just having it because we are living a life of self-motivation, not need motivation, extrinsic. Or do you get to the point where you're like, I've acclimated, and then you look up at the hill, at the mountain, the insurmountable mountain, and you're like, can I do this again? And not only do this again, that's higher than I've ever been before. Well, what do I want to do? Do I want to live my life in need motivation or self? Can I move myself without needing to? Have you ever thought about self-motivation like that before? Self-motivation, we just say it. We don't think about it. We don't realize what's happening. And so in sabotage, You're at the crossroads. So all of these extrinsic things start to happen where you get the flu, or you get sick, or you get unmotivated, or you get uninspired. You don't want anything to do with the internet. You want to burn everything down. You want to throw shade to people on the internet. You want to do all these things to just break everything that you just created because you no longer need. Versus everything in you on the way was like, okay, there is need here. I have this big dream, and there is a need component to it. And so when you achieve a big dream, dream bigger is this. This is what dream bigger is. Self-motivation for the next level without needing it. Moving without needing to be poked. Moving without needing to be prodded. Moving without needing to move. And the more times that you can graduate through sabotage and move because of pure love and passion for what you do, and let that be the fuel. Let the big dream be the fuel, and the business be the vehicle, be the vessel. Fall in love with what you do. Fall in love with the components of what you do versus going around and round and round and round and round in circles about like, am I working too much? Am I not working enough? Fall in love with what you do over and over again. Find peace with the level of fire and passion you have for your big dreams. Dreaming bigger is about finding self-motivation, where we do not need to be poked, where we do not need to be prodded, where we do not need an external need in order to move. We move because it is a big dream and we are a big dreamer, and we are on the vibration and the frequency and the whole energetic situation of dream bigger. Do you get what I'm putting down? I would love to hear this in your words. How does this land? How does this feel? Self-motivation is that key through to dream bigger. Sometimes the why is just because I don't want to operate and I don't want to live from need, so I'm going to dream bigger. And this is how I moved into 8 figures, because why the heck not? Because I created $1 million business that's just as easy to run as my 6-figure. It's easier because I can do what I want. I can send flowers to my clients like I wanted to before when I had a 6-figure business, but I couldn't afford it. It's a big expense for a 6-figure business. It's nothing but a beautiful thought for $1 million business. I have the most incredible genie team. I have $1 million business. I get to have that. So my business is easier to run than it was when it was at 6 figures. So then I only imagine with the 8, all of the negative beliefs were like, you can't, and why would you want to? Who even needs that amount of money? Because the dream bigger. I don't operate from need. I just dream bigger. And why not? It's the next big dream, because if I look at it from that perspective, and the one code that locked this in to really solidify me into the field, the vibration, the whole energetic situation of dream bigger. You can feel it when I say it, right? Dream bigger was, you have already done what you want to do before. You really actually have. And I looked at it from going from 0 to 6 figures. The percent of growth, I don't know mathematically, but in my head and in my mind and in my knowing, it's the same as going from 6 to 7. And so therefore, when I put that same thing there, if I've done the same as percentage growth going from 0 to 6 figures, and then from 6 figures to 7 figures, I've done this 1,000,000 times before then. Because if you just break it down to percentages instead of numbers, you've done this before. So why not dream bigger? Does this land? It's all relative. It's all relative. Write that down below. It's all relative. It's just percentages. So pretty much most of your big dreams you've done before. You've gone from where you were to where you are. You've already done. So let's dream bigger, because you have already done this before. This is not your first rodeo. You've already done this before. So dream bigger, because this is self-motivation. Self-motivation comes from seeing you've already done this before and you can do it again. It's all percentages. It's all relativity. You got this. It's all relative. Ah! How does this land? And I would love you to declare and embody this in, Shona has done this beautiful, beautiful moment here. And I would love you to have a moment like that with yourself. Really find, so Shona said, every day I put my dress on and I walk towards the rest of my life. My life I create, the noise falls behind. I no longer hear it. I only hear the beauty of what I choose. I would love you to write your dream bigger. Self-motivated statement down below. And it can be the short version, it could be a sentence, it could be a word, and it could be a paragraph that you write later and you post onto the internet. Your dream bigger statement. I would love you to write it, and then down the bottom hashtag dream bigger. And if you want to tag me because you're feeling extra spicy, please tag me, because I would love all of the big dreamers all over the internet, on your Insta stories, on your Facebooks, hashtag dream bigger, for us to be in this vibration of your future self is no better than you. Your present self is your future self. Your future self is so freaking proud of the you that you are now. She will fall to her knees in gratitude and appreciation for everything that you created for her. I want us to flip the personal development on its head about our future self. I want us to flip it on its head, back, the front, round and round and upside down. And anytime you ever see future self again, we remember that she is no better. She is the beneficiary, and she is a beautiful beneficiary, that she is going to cry tears of joy when she sees you coming. When she sees you coming, she's going to be like, thank you for creating this. This here. I feel like I'm in a green screen of my past self right now. As I sit here with this background, with this beach house. I'm just sitting here enjoying the fruits of my past self. The times that she wrote these statements. The times that she decided to dream bigger. Those self-motivated moments where she chose to go above and beyond need. When she chose to dream beyond needs and dream beyond dreams, which means she took more action than she'd ever taken before, because she wasn't waiting for need to kick in to get her to move. She could move without need because she was self-motivated, because she was operating and embodying the vibration of dream bigger. The vibration, the whole energetic situation of dream bigger. You guys, this is going to change the landscape online, and we are all going to be a part of it. As you write your post and you hashtag dream bigger, people are going to be like, what the actual F is happening? Oh my God. And of course, we are writing statements, and I want to see more big dreamers moving from self-motivation versus need. I want us to understand that when we do dream bigger, we're not dreaming beyond the capacity and the capability. We've already done it. We've already grown the percentages we're asking to grow again. I want us to remember that when you achieve a big dream, yes, it's like, what's the next one? Not like, oh, you achieve one big dream and then it's the next. Yes, we do. We achieve a big dream and then it's like, what's next? I dream bigger. I go higher. Why? Why do you need to keep achieving big dreams? Because I do not need to live my life by need. And when a big dream comes knocking on my door, I'm going for it and I'm growing for it. Because a big dream, she creates everything that you're capable of. And she is literally the way that you once and for all reprogram those constrictive core beliefs that you've held your whole life. Because I know for sure, I have been big dreaming for 16 years and I've been blessed as the Big Dreams Genie. I know this is my work that I'm meant to be doing. There's not a day where I feel like this is not me on purpose. Every single day that I'm on the internet, I'm not one of those ones like, oh, you know, I've had enough now. I've been doing this 16 years. That's just not happening. I know that I'm here to help you to achieve your big dreams and feel capable of your big dreams. I know that your big dream is the way to recode and reprogram your limiting beliefs forever. Because every big dream that you get, there is a core belief that coincides with it that has been constricting you your whole life. Every big dream. The big dream that I had for $1 million business was about deservedness. And so when I achieved it, it decoded it, recoded it forever. I do not have that now. I deserve just because there is nothing that I had to do to deserve it. There is no feeling in my body at all that I don't deserve this. I feel it from every single fiber, every single cell, every single energetic situation in my whole field knows that I deserve this. And it's not because of what I've done, it's just because. Hashtag just because. It's recoded forever. There's just nothing in my field that feels undeserving anymore. It's because I achieved my big dream of $1 million business, and that's what your big dreams do. Your big dreams recode your beliefs, and I'm all about subconscious reprogramming. But the big dream, the core belief, never gets completely recoded until you achieve the big dream. That's why we're doing it. My favorite present of a big dream is the belief that I now have. Like the core belief set in my soul after achieving big dream. The parties are fun. The parties are very fun. But it's the core belief that gets completely recoded and reprogrammed forever in my favor. That's my favorite bit. So I don't have to walk around with those feelings and those beliefs. But every day, bet your bottom dollar every day of that $1 million big dream, I'm recoding that every single day to give myself a whole pass, so I show up and I take the action regardless of that core belief that is in my existence, in my field. So I would love to see your statement, and I would love to see your inspired actions down below, and then we're going to finish this off, and I'm going to see you for day 2. Make sure you are hooked up, because we are just beginning. This is us just getting started. So we have a few things that I would love you to do. The Genie team will let you know what those things are. But if you want to get going with this work and you don't want to wait for us to just be covering sabotage and not even the exact practices or the processes we do, Big Dreams Bootcamp, it is my signature course. We start next Friday, which is Thursday for a lot of people in the Northern Hemisphere. It's 111 days. We kick it off with a 11-day prep. It's live for 11 days, and then you and Big Dreams Bootcamp go for 111 days. There is a daily video. It's 5 to 10 minutes of one code amongst the stages, the shifts, the strategies, and the subconscious. There's 4 stages. There's 4 parts of Big Dreams Bootcamp. I walk you through every single code so that you can go through it for 111 days, but then forever and ever. Anytime you're like in sabotage, you go to the sabotage section. Every time you're in celebration, you go to the celebration section. Every time you need one of the shifts, you go through the shifts. Every time you need one of the strategies for your business, because like I said, it's achieving your big dreams online and otherwise. I don't just give it to you like, here's how to achieve your big dreams without any business strategies, because literally the business is the vehicle and the vessel. This is not Big Dreams Bootcamp. Come and manifest the lottery. It's like big dreams are the fuel, and your business is the vehicle and the vessel. So there is a whole part. Part 3 is all about the strategies in my business that helped me to create a $1 million business. And in this dream bigger situation, we went through the sabotage and we're on the way to these next big dreams. And I am about to go on the journey. I'm on the journey from 7 figures to 8. And the context of this that I've been working through with Melanie was, you know what? I have not a clue what I'm doing, going from 7 to 8, but we are going to do it together. And I'm going to share it in real time. And I'm going to share as much as the journey as possible, literally in real time, like the self-motivation that I got just recently. Like, there is no need to create an 8-figure business, but self-motivation and dream bigger is the vibration that's got me moving. And I was like, okay, let's go. I'm going to document it. We're going to do it together. I'm going to create these masterclasses along the way, these free things along those way, these courses. And always I am teaching and sharing in real time. And so that's the vibe. We're just doing it together. We're riding together. We're rising together. Big dreamers for life. All right, tag your internet best friends. Let me know what your thing is going to be, what your statement is going to be that you're going to write on the internet, your dream bigger day 1 statement. I would love to see my internet smashed with these. Hashtag dream bigger, tag me down the bottom. You get to have your moment, and I'm so excited to see 50 million tags and all the stories and all the posts of your dream bigger statement. And let's go. It's game day. Let's go. I love you. I will see you for day 2. Do not miss day 2. We're going to drop all the other codes. And this has been so much fun. I love you guys to the moon and back. This is so much fun, so much fun, so much fun. I will see you in Big Dreams Bootcamp. I will see you inside. I will see you tomorrow. It's going to be all the amazing things. And have the best day ever growing to big dreams. Chief Big Dreams Genie of the internet is out.